I'm a gamer here and I do a blog on autism, and there needs to be more things for adults, like 18 and up. Not 18 to 25 or to 30, 18 until, until you die of natural causes. Yeah, which is like 90s. You're 100. Yeah. There needs to be more adult programs. There's all kind of things for kids, but there's nothing for adults. Once you're in your 30s, there's literally nothing. They're like, you're too old for this, you're too old for that, you're too old for this program, you're too old for this support program, you're too old for this. It's really frustrating when you're an adult. There's like literally nothing. Hardly any support. You're like underneath the water and you turn into a skeleton and no one's gonna help you. You're a kid, you're on top of the water, drinking some stuff. You turn 18, you're starting to struggle and starting to drown a bit. And then once you're in your 30s, like 35 and up, you're below the water and you're like, yeah. There's like hardly anything for adults. There needs to be more programs for adults, more support programs for adults, not 16 to 35. It needs to be 18 and up, and no cutoff age. It's really annoying. Some things go to 25, and then after that, you're gone. Nothing. There needs to be more support programs for people with autism when they're an adult. Like, I'm 37, and there's nothing. There's, like, hardly anything. That, like, if I went to go to, like, Autism Nova Scotia, I wanted to do, like, a mental health support and support my other peers, they're like, oh, sorry, you're too old. You're 37. You're too old. Bye. Where mental health and support does not disappear at 37. You may know how to manage it better, but yeah. But we need more supports. Yeah, like job stuff and, housing and all that. People with autism are more likely to become homeless and jobless because the jobs don't really accommodate for autism, and then they're like, oh, we're just firing you. This job really isn't for you. Or it probably does suit the person, it's just that you might just had an off week, and then the next week you would be more dedicated. So, yeah, there's need to be more programs for adults. Like autism art for adults, 18 and up. Not just they cut off at 25, and after that they're like, oh, you're too old for art. You're never too old for art, and you're never too old to learn new art. You can learn new art the rest of your life, and art's really good for autism therapy. Well, that's the end of this blog. I hope you have a good day, night, evening with Dave Ross's blog, and yeah, there's hardly anything for adults with autism. It's really not really good because they think me becoming an adult, autism's gone. No, it's a lifelong condition. You're born with it, you die with autism. It's just with you for your whole life.